do 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 do. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. We're 500 feet above the streets of New York City, and all hell is breaking loose in the world. My God, man! You got Led Zeppelin. They stole from the blues, the old blues men. Learning that? No, I didn't learn that. I already knew that, man. I watched the and up the river. What's going on? Got the John Koritz. Hey, glad you're headed to the beach soon. Cheers. Oh, I can't wait. I suffer in this city for 9 months a year so I can enjoy 3 months of tranquility, 3 months of just hearing the ocean waves, 3 months of hearing the crickets at night, 3 months of looking at the stars and wondering how many of those little dots in the sky are no longer planets. That's what I wonder. Andy Vollen up there in Albany. We got Keith M. We got JW. We got the Sonar. What's going on, Sonar? Didn't Greta get kidnapped? I don't know. Literally don't know. Do something. Do something, whatever you believe in. You don't have the balls to do that, but you have the balls to just trash people like that online, right? Of course you do. Scott Watson, Ringworm Ronnie. Oh, God. What are you, a magician? You say Ringworm Ronnie, and guess what? There's Ringworm Ronnie. So your solution to this is, you know what? Let's just plow ahead and ignore the people saying your audio stinks.
So I don't know what to do here.
How far are you from your phone, Ron? How about you get a little microphone like all the TikTokers out there, the little thing, and you can put it on your lapel.
Can you hear me now?
It's exactly the same. It's
I don't know what it is. You know what? I'll tell you what, though. This is what I'm going to do. I have a couple guys at the Verizon.
The Democrats have a good opportunity here because, Trump and some of these policies, he's pissing off a lot of people, not the hardcores. The elections aren't won with the hardcore people. It's the people that go back and forth. The willy-nillies in America, shut up. The willy-nillies in America that could vote Democratic and then they could vote Republican because they want you to think it's happening at that very moment. Figure out the clock. It was pitch dark even in California when you were watching that footage.
It was literally him and the CNN, one of the CNN anchors, and they were literally alone.
Well, first of all, it was MSNBC, and it was the guy that has no shoulders. I don't know his name, but he has no shoulders. What?
Sokoloff or something.
What?
The guy who interviewed the governor was from MSNBC.
Yeah, with no shoulders. So she doesn't even fucking raise her own kids.
I know, there's a few comedians who are from the Upper East Side, and they don't even know each other.
Yeah,
they both have kind of the same joke where apparently if you have a nanny on either side, apparently they're Jamaican.
Oh no, when I was raising my kids when they were younger, I was at all the parks, and I was the only male there. They all flirted with me because I still had the goddamn looks. You're talking 10 years ago. I still had some looks. They all were flirting with me. Two things. If you want to get some action in New York City, you borrow someone's kid and go to the goddamn parks because they're all flirting with you, or get a dog, a dog. But anyway, and they were all Jamaican, or most of them were. Yeah. Or they were they all definitely were from uptown. There wasn't a white nanny among them. No. And they all sit on the benches as the kids are just fucking yelling and screaming and jumping out of trees and fucking belly flopping onto concrete. They barely watch the kids, and they're all just shit talking. Yeah, they're all gossiping and shit talking.
All women, that's universal. Yeah, they're probably looking at you like, yeah, man, look at that white snow, man. Yeah.
But you are right. You are right though that they're all Jamaican or whatever, because so over the years, my kids have been in schools, right? Yeah. Where the actual parents go to the last day of school, And we'll all look at each other like, who the fuck are these people? Oh, that's blah, blah's parents. Like, what? We haven't seen them all year because they have nannies that basically raise the kids, bring them to school, pick them up, bring them to all their extra, after school activities. They show up the last day with their fucking cameras run and they take all sorts of pictures and make believe that they were in their children's lives the whole time because the kids are too young to understand that, no, mommy and daddy went to one day, the last day of school.
So it's one of the reasons they're not showing up is because, like, some of these kids' parents are, like, massively, like, these massive financiers and they travel the world. Like,
well, I think it's the culture of New York City. I think, to be fair to some of these people, it's a tough life.
So the Opster flipped out on his guest, Ron, why he has this creepy looking, I'm assuming he's not allowed within 500 yards of a school zone guy on his podcast. Then he flips out on him. Opie, once again, abusing the staff. But we're just going to have to talk about it and address it. Is Opie on something? He started this podcast in the middle of the day, flipping out, high strung, lips looking kind of blue again. This wasn't an early morning live stream from the Opster. He seemed strung out on something. He seemed like he was on something. Now, he did a live stream last night, as I told you. He's trying to get into that YouTube program where they pay you $1,000 a month to stream vertically, but you have to hit certain requirements. So he keeps doing vertical live streams, and last night he just set up his phone once again out his window and played music and called it a time lapse, from daytime to nighttime. But that's not what a time lapse is. A time lapse has to be recorded and sped up, and he just did it live but didn't talk. So he's just trying to hit those requirements, so hopefully YouTube pays him the $1,000, but maybe he was up all night doing that and had to do a little something because he was way too energetic during this one. I mean, and a guy his age, Tits might have gotten him his hands on some powdery stuff, if you know what I mean. Look, the man's career is over. He's going through it. The man is doing live streams from a bar every other day. I'm sure just getting sloshed probably. And now he's bumped up. I bet you him and that Matt guy from Get Parts are in the bathroom doing it off of a key, maybe. I don't know. He looks horrible, too. He really does look like Pennywise. But, yeah, another terrible live stream from the Opster, though. And, I know he's embarrassed for Anthony that Anthony is just doing, part-time radio on WABC. But this is sad, having to talk to this guy and then flip out on him, all because he's a lame guest. Well, you're the one who keeps having him on. You're the one always trying to find someone to cling to provide content for you while you try to do a live stream. Just sit there, read the chat that's trashing you, and get mad. That's what we want you to do. You're the Opster. That's what you do. Tits. And I don't know. Let me know if you think he was on something. It looked a little suspicious to me how high-strung he was. But, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments.